February 2nd. First episode of February. Awesome. Tonight we got GOON. The big question I have to ask, and I meant to ask you this before we went live, are you known as GOON or GOON 204?
We're GOON. We like going by as GOON, but if you call us GOON 204, that's what we're on social media, so we're not gonna be opposed to it. It's just there's a few goons out there, so we just kind of just started off as GOON 204 till, and also that's what Facebook also didn't allow me just to put GOON for some reason, so I had to put 204 in there.
Oh, good. I kind of figured it was something like that, but so we got GOON or GOON 204, whatever we want to go by. Let's get it started. Why don't you tell me about the band? Maybe introduce yourselves.
I'm John. I am the guitar player.
I'm Ryan. I play drums.
I'm Bo. I do vocals.
I'm Andrew. I play bass.
Awesome. How did GOON come about?
Well, me, Bo, and Andrew, or Bo, Andrew, and I actually, we play in a Deftones tribute band. I'm sure people have seen us before, and I've been jamming with Ryan for since before he was 18, like 20 years or something like that. And we had a couple drummers in the lineup that just they're good guys. They just never worked out, and it wasn't really fitting our style. And I would always bug Ryan to be in our band, and he was busy at the time with other endeavors. And then finally, I just asked him at the right time, and he came into the flow of things, and this is weird.
I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you're the toughest looking group out there in Winnipeg, I'll tell you that.
I don't want to say that, but thanks.
So, you got a song out there, Chemicals. I've obviously listened to it when it came out, as I usually do with most local bands when I see they got something new come out. Recorded at the Soda Room.
Yep.
Yeah. Is that Chris? Is that Chris Michaels?
That is. Yep.
Gotcha. Let's talk about Chemicals. Tell me about recording or how that song was written, how it came about.
Well, with the three of us in the tribute band, I will admit I tend to rip off Deftones a lot, and it's actually the riff is it's actually a Deftones song, just kind of played a lot different. It's actually Knife Party by Deftones, but the riffs played different, and I brought it to them. They're like, yeah, this sounded good. And then we have other songs, and we chose this one to record and release first, I think, just because it was like our
it was like the song that like introduced me into GOON. He showed me that riff, and I was like, "This is a sick riff. Let's keep playing on it."
Yeah.
And it's a cool, like, I think it's a good play on like the guitar and bass, and kind of like what we want to achieve with GOON is like, yeah, we're a heavy band, but we also like want to incorporate groove. We want to incorporate like catchy riffs. We want to incorporate that like pop, like kind of like, if it doesn't groove, then why are we doing it, right? So yeah, like, catchy but heavy at the same time.
Yeah, we're all big fans of the, I don't know if you want to call it new metal or alt metal, but like that early 2000s Slipknot, Korn, Deftones, like all that kind of stuff, American Head Charge. And that's kind of the style we want to kind of incorporate into our stuff, as well as other influences. Like we have all heavily influenced by Meshuggah, Volumes, Amir. Like we're into like slam, like everything, and we kind of want to incorporate everything. We don't want that like metalcore sound. We want to be more, like I said, alt metal. We want to be able to be included into like the rock scene and the metal scene.
Yeah.
So like if say there's like a hard rock show or something like that, and we could always jump on that and still fit the bill. Whereas we can also jump on a metal show and still fit the bill. So yeah.
And like no limits either. Like we try like among like the heavy genres, like hardcore punk, like hip hop, like pop again. Like that's kind of like where we're all coming from, like for songwriting.
Awesome. You guys got quite a following. Even though it may not look like it on Facebook if you look at the followers, but you do have quite a following of people out there. I know my page gained like 10 or 11 followers in the last day, and I'm pretty sure it's all because of you guys.
That's awesome.
I usually check it out when someone follows just to see who they are in the scene and stuff like that, and most of them had mutual people with you guys, so awesome. That's awesome. Appreciate it too. But So Chemicals comes out, and are you working on other ones right now too?
Actually, yeah, that's our last couple jams have been focusing on recording. We got a few scratch tracks down. I'd say we have like 6, 7 songs that we want to record.
Yeah, we got 6 in the chamber. Right
6 in
now,
the
so-
chamber.
Enough for like an EP, for sure.
Yeah, and we're not taking our time, but we're kind of like not rushing it. Not rushing it. We want to get a good product, and we're doing this main recording ourselves, and I think we want to kind of branch out. We have a couple people in mind that we're thinking about to finalize the tracks, and yeah, we want to put our stuff out there because I think we're kind of progressing. We only played one show, and we're kind of already progressing with our sound and what we want to become, and it's turning into something a bit different than Chemicals, but still on the same line as that. So
Awesome. You speak of one show you played. Is that the one you played at Bulldog?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys got May 3rd with Pure Entry and 7th String as well, I believe.
Yep, at the side stage. Yes.
Side stage. Oh
Yeah,
man,
and-
what a great venue.
Yeah, and we actually just have. I just want to make sure I got all the bills, but we just had one announced today too. I'll get back to you in a minute. I just want to make sure I get all the bands right before I say anything about it too much. So
Absolutely.
it is at the Bulldog Event Center on April 18th. It will be the 10-year anniversary. I don't know if they're doing like a kind of tour, but it seems like they're doing a lot of shows for the 10-year anniversary. But Simple Jack, and we'll be on the bill with Saying Regret.
Oh yeah.
Indigo, and Last Place Metal.
Oh no way.
Yeah, that was.
That's
like, I just got the go ahead from Butch saying, yeah, you can announce it. Well, I don't announce, but like mention it.
Hell yeah. Okay, Sans Regret is so good. I saw them
Yeah,
at the Loud
checked
Awards
it.
last year. They're good.
Yeah, I
But
checked
last place, my buddy is the drummer in that band. I believe if it's the same band, I'm assuming it is. They're from Brandon, but I'm playing with them this weekend in Brandon, actually.
Oh, awesome! Yeah,
Yeah,
When
that
Brandon
is
back.
cool. He didn't even message me about that. I'm gonna have to hit him up eventually about that.
Yeah, like it was literally 10 minutes before we came on that Butch said I can say something. So
Awesome. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're-
and you know, another great show to look forward to. That's for sure. Cool.
yeah, we love Bulldogs. It's a great venue. I love that venue.
Oh yeah. You know, even if you have a big crowd, it still feels empty in there sometimes.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bigger standing area, right?
Yeah. I like them. You know, they don't get enough credit for, man. Every time we go there, we get paid well. The crowd's always well. Like
Great stuff.
yeah, great staff. Yeah,
Great
like
staff.
Sky's awesome.
Sky's
She
awesome.
works so hard to keep that place going.
Everybody
And
there.
that place doesn't get the credit it deserves, and I really wish it would. So like, just keep pushing shows and let's get people out there. Yeah.
It's
And the
only-
floor sound is good.
Well, yeah, I don't know if it's true, but I heard it's just the old system from the zoo. The zoo put all this stuff there, and yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know if that's true or not, don't take my word for it. That's just what I heard through the grapevine.
and
Yeah,
it's
no,
one of
it's good.
Oh, sorry. It's one of those places that's like supporting heavy music. Like I find like your metal, your punk, and into hip hop and DJs and stuff. Like we need those places. We need those like smaller places that like the metal bands and like we can actually just like be like with people who are there for heavy music, listen to heavy music, and appreciate it. Like that's why I love the Bulldog. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And that's a topic that comes up quite a bit on here too. Is talking about venues and stuff, and you know, the city's so full of good venues, especially my area of town where I've got Park Theater, Side Stage, Tap House. You know, it's kind of a whole line of it there, and yeah, no Bulldog. You know, can't say enough good things about Bulldog. I know they got a lot coming up. Side Stage, Pure Entry, 7th String. That's to be a hell of a show. Pure Entry, those are my boys. Got a bunch of shows with them.
Yeah, me and Ryan we played with Ronnie Ladbrook, and we played a show with one or two with Pure Entry, and they're awesome. So
Yeah,
we got to get on a bill with them with GOON and 7th String. I don't know if it's the same show, but yeah, they're awesome too. And they fit our style. Eh? Like I feel like that show's going to be a good show for Side Stage. I hope cross our fingers. So
that'll be a good one. Yeah, 7th String is actually on this show Wednesday.
Yep.
right up. So, have any of you been to Side Stage yet?
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
Yeah.
I went to the actually went to the it's the live fair kind of tribute they had there.
Mhm.
With all those folks. It's an excellent venue. Like again, like just that, like I said before with Bulldog, like those smaller stages. Like I come from like 2005, 2006, like hardcore scenes. So like there was so many like Label Art Gallery, like the church basement, like things like that. Like I miss that so much, and like the biggest loss, like I think for like smaller tours is the Garrick. Like the Garrick was such a like I spent so much time there as a kid, and I like until it closed, I did like it was such a special place, and like it was so hard to see it go, right?
Yeah. 100%, 100%. Yeah, Side Stage such a great sound. For bands that like the green room treatment, it's also a really nice place too. Yeah, I went there. I was there Friday night. I saw my buddy is in a country band, and I went and saw them, and so I've seen a couple different shows there, different genres, and the sound is just it's so good in there. So, looking forward to that show. That'll be great to see you guys there. You guys, any of you in other bands at the moment too?
I also am a frontman for Sleepless, and I just started doing a 90s tribute band tour thing with Clint and some other guys for that, and kind of doing my own little acoustic thing on the side as well, trying to start that up.
Awesome. And John, you did open mic the other night.
Yeah, actually, Bo came down, kind of saved my ass because there wasn't that many performers that night. But yeah, I do an open mic once in a while at the Best Western on Regent, and it's a little the restaurant there is called the Sherbrooke Inn, and I actually got the gig through Steve Nelson through Lost Years. I can't remember his other band. I'm sorry, Steve, but through Lost Years and Steve Nelson, he's like, yeah, no, we got to get you in there because he's the manager at the beer boutique, and we talk all the time, and he got me in there, and I go every once in a while for Thursdays, and it's a great time. It's perfect, low pressure, so like I like seeing the people who have like a hard time like getting on top of the stage and say, come down, man, like no one's gonna judge you, and it's awesome seeing those people. And I think the next one I'm doing is March 13th. Yeah, it's just a small gig. I like doing it. It's just get out there and kind of not support, what's what I'm looking for, promote myself, sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. And it seems to be I don't know if it's a growing trend or not. I've never actually, to be honest, never paid too much attention to it, but you're starting to see a lot of it now. Different venues having scheduled nights as well, right? But it's a good way to get people out there and help promote for sure.
Yeah, it's nice actually. Jim Dickinson just reminded me, hi, from Transcona, that's where we are. But it's like there's not many of that kind of stuff in Transcona, and that's kind of what we're trying to do is kind of just get a little bit of a scene in Transcona because not much goes on. You have like the Spike and the George, and it's really blues heavy. Like not that I have anything against that, but like we need there's venues here that like people don't know about that like support a band. Like come down to Transcona.
Yeah. I recently had a conversation with someone about Transcona, someone in the music business, and maybe I shouldn't say it, but we talked about that, how there's the Central as well, that people want to try and get that place going for music, but there seems to be, I don't know if it's a disconnect or what, from the rest of Winnipeg into Transcona, and there's been some bands that have just refused to go that way. But it's like, it's not like you're leaving the province, right? Like,
I don't, and it's like
it's 15 minutes from anything.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. It'll happen. If it doesn't, then whatever. It's fine.
Yeah. And then I got a cover project that's in the works. Can't reveal too many details right now, so got that going. And then we do the Deftone stuff here and there. Me, John, and Bo. Whenever it feels right, we'll pick a date and go do a tribute night. Like that's always fun. And then I have a couple other groups. Bro Nouveau is one. Just like kind of like 90s, 2000s, like indie covers. Like we just kind of do that sort of stuff, and we have a couple little things kind of we're working on. So
Awesome. Is there? It's actually maybe a personal question. Is there any shows you're looking to do? Is there any open months where, hey, someone needs bands, Goon's available?
Yeah, we're always like, people message us. We're always looking for shows. Like we originally had a plan where we didn't want to like overplay, like play once a season kind of thing. But then like once we played the show, that's kind of out the window. It's like we'll play whenever we can. Yeah, there has been a couple shows that we turned down because it was just week after week, and it's like we don't want to play every weekend because we don't want to get whitewashed. And we're not like an established band, so not we have a bunch of music to play. We have the same 6-7 songs and a couple covers in our set. So yeah, we're always looking to play shows and get down and dirty.
I know we all love playing. Yeah. We all love just playing music. Like I don't care if it's 10 people or 100 people. I just love playing. Like that's it, right? So I just like being on stage.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's some bands out there that have some gigs lined up that are looking for bands. So I'm always asking. But you're right. You said you don't want to play all the time. You don't want to oversaturate yourself in the city, right?
Yeah.
And I get that. I know like my band's on a 5 or 6 week run right now, but we also have an EP coming out at the end of it, and then we're gonna take 2 months off for a bit and get back to the writing board, I guess you could say. But yeah, you don't want to overdo it, but I get that feeling though too when you play a show. It's like you just want to go to the next one and keep her going, right?
Yeah, it's a high.
For sure. What kind of covers do you guys do in your set?
Well, the ones we played at the first show were pretty cliche. We played. Actually, our favorite to play is Charlotte by Kitty.
Yeah,
we love it, and actually got really good reception at the show. That was awesome. Yeah, that one we'll keep that one for sure. We played Wish by Alien Ant Farm, which we probably won't again. Like, I love that. I love it. It was funny. Bob was like, "Who here loves Alien Ant Farm?" And it was just silence. We're like, okay, but we're gonna put the song anyway, and then we closed with Bodies by John.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
like Bounce too.
Yeah, what?
Bounce.
Yeah, we play.
We play at band practice.
Yeah, we play Bounce by System of a Down at band practice, and we decided not to play at the show because we're goofy at it. Like it's good, but we're goofy at it, and every single band that night played a System of a Down cover. And they were like, except for us, we're like, oh well.
Who's the last band again? They dedicated that System of a Down song to.
Disgrace the Race, yeah.
Yeah.
Disgrace the Race for toxicity.
Like, oh,
and
man.
then the Goon were like, man, we should have played it. Yeah, we have a couple others in the mention, but they're not really down yet. So.
Yeah.
Those 3 are in our sets right now.
Any plans for merch out there? Or do you have merch out?
I'm gonna get some merch right away. Like I don't think we'll have it ready for the. For the April show, it's February.
Maybe.
Yeah, I want to get some shirts and maybe a couple of hats. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So what's the plan moving forward? Just get out there, get some shows, release some songs, typical band stuff, but get your name out there, right?
Yeah, typical band stuff. Like I don't tour or anything like that. Like we might go to a different city here and there, but we're not. We're in our mid-30s. Like I'm a dad. I got stuff going on. We all work full-time jobs. Like, just here to have fun, man. And if we can get semi-famous locally, then so be it. Like, we just love playing music. We're playing the music we love doing, and we want to play it for you.
I would love to. I always loved Winnipeg, like the Manitoba Summer Festival circuit. So, if we can make it on a festival of some sort, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I always love playing like a festival venue outside, and it's so much fun. And yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, festivals are always the best. Yeah. Just take it in a stride, taking what we can get, and being happy with whatever we can get.
Yeah, exactly right. Who are some other bands you guys are listening to? Local bands.
Local bands. Oh man, I've been checking out a lot lately. I got a shout out to my home guys, Northern Royals. We're really close with them, with Ronnie Louder. We're tight with them. I love them. They're awesome. Disgrace the Race really impressed me. They're sick. Oh man, there's so many out there. I don't
Gorilla
know.
Sons.
Gorilla Sons were awesome.
They were awesome.
Yeah,
they were awesome.
Really good. Yeah.
Very good. Like just very like. I was like, oh, this is interesting, and then they like busted out some reggae, and they busted out some. I was just like, whoa, like this is top tier. Like the stuff I like to see, like some experimentation, mixed few genres. I'm like, yes, like this is and like really proficient, right?
Yeah, I like all local bands. Like they're all stellar, so I don't like naming them because I miss out so many, and I don't want people to be like, oh, you missed our band. Are you good? It's like, man, they're all awesome.
And there's some amazing, tribute acts that we played with. The Sums, like I played in a Bush cover band too. That like a shout out to like Ryan Sorensen and CJ and all those guys. Like been playing with them for a long time or playing in bands alongside them. Yeah, and like oh, my memory is so bad. There's an Alexis on Fire cover band, and we played a tribute.
Oh yeah,
Cardinals.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
if you are Let's on Fire. Go out and see these guys.
Yeah, they're
know
amazing.
it. Yeah,
Like, dude went so hard he passed out screaming at our show.
there's actually footage. Who has the footage?
Keith posted.
I think Wagner posted it. I think Wagner has a video of him. Yeah, he does this. The bass player, he does this big scream, and then he just face plants on the monitor. Where everyone's like, "Oh my god!" Like it was nuts. But they are amazing. Like I love Let's on Fire. They're one of my favorite bands, and they absolutely kill it. I highly recommend Let's on Fire fan go see Young Cardinals.
Yeah, and you see any Winnipeg tribute band, like there's so many talented people doing like excellent tributes. Like I find like there's so many people doing it, and it's like I'm like they're all really good.
Yeah, and you know what? It's a big hit too, right? You see a lot of these true things. I know there was I'm sure you guys are familiar with this one. There was one recently with like a Creed tribute band, and I saw footage of it at Side Stage, and it's like the place was packed.
Yeah,
That's
And-
my thing.
Yeah, it's Brad's. Brad was part of that, right? Yeah. Actually, Brad did my band shirts, so shout out to Brad and Rogue Lab on that one.
that's kind of who I was thinking of going to as well.
Yeah, you know what? The quality is great, and pricing was great, and supporting local. So right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a few people that turned me on to them. So.
And I wish
Rachel from New Brunswick chiming in here.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's crazy.
That's
All the way
awesome.
from New Brunswick.
Watches from New Brunswick.
That's
I just want to say thank you to TJ Bender there for that really nice comment he posted there. That was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas Henry as well. That'd be
yeah, they're all
show.
awesome. Yeah,
So yeah.
TJ's my best
Hello,
friend.
Rachel.
That's my boy.
It is so. There's that message.
Yeah, that's my boy. Yeah, he's the best.
It's always cool when people chime in on the chat thing, and I don't think I had it available for the first month or so. But once I got that going, you get your regulars that they're always watching the show, and I obviously appreciate everyone watching. But looks like there's a couple new viewers tonight that I haven't seen their names, so that's always good. Thomas Henry, he's a mainstay on here. He's always chiming in there. He's a big fan of local music. If you don't know Thomas Henry, but I'm sure everyone does.
That's man. You guys like Thomas Henry.
It's so good, when people chime in.
Yeah, I know it's cliche to say, but without them, we're nothing, man.
Yeah.
No, and you're absolutely right. It's and that's something we talk about too on here is the price of going to see a local band. You go somewhere, you pay Tapos like a $10 cover, and you go see 3 bands, and since I kind of got involved in the local scene here, I've seen so many good bands that have just blown my mind, and for $10 and a 450 PBR, you go to the MTS Center and you see these big shows for a couple $100 and you're paying $10 beers. And not to discredit anything from the big signed bands out there that are doing these big tours and stuff, but it doesn't hurt to go spend $20 a night and just go see 3 local bands, right? It supports everything, and buy merch, support the local bands. You can't beat it.
Yeah. I like to get local shirt. Like if I see like my buddies or even bands, I always try to get a shirt. Even if I don't get to see them live, I'll hook them up. Like, get a shirt. There's a few bands.
Yeah, exactly. Eh?
Live, I got their shirt, so. Yeah.
And after, like, it's good to see the Winnipeg music scene recovering from, like, I know COVID. Like, my last band, Disraeli Dreamers, we were around for a bit playing the festival circuit. We were almost going to go for a tour, and then COVID came, and it gutted our band. Like, we couldn't keep, like, there was no like we had a bunch of traction, but it was like you kind of had to start from point one right after COVID. And I like some of the bands like Northern Royals, they survived COVID. But man, we lost a lot of amazing acts. I'm glad to see that we're recovering and Winnipeg music scene is coming back because it's such a vibrant scene in such a like low, like a relatively low population, right? Like we have so many people, and it's such a like grassroots sort of thing that it's like I'm glad to see it back. You know, it took years to even get to this point, so you know.
Absolutely, and you know it seemed to have some traction. I'm going to bring up something that was my first intro to Winnipeg. I'm going to say, but was when Riley Saunders had the Live at the Roslyn shows, and John, I know you were part of that because I know you played with Ronnie before, right? And to be honest, that was the first episode I actually saw was Ronnie's. And I remember seeing him just going nuts and shredding away, and I'm like, "Who the hell is this guy? He's from Winnipeg." And it was just you guys were just such a tight band on there. And then I kind of dialed in with some of that Live with the Roslyn, and it really just brought a focus to Winnipeg. And I'll challenge any city in Winnipeg to put your local scene against ours, and I think ours is just so good.
Yeah, there's actually two names there I want to give a special thanks to. Riley Saunders has done so much for the music scene these past few years. Of course, like Live with the Roslyn, him and all like I'm not just him. I know there's other people there behind the scenes, but Riley Saunders and now with the Tap House, he is phenomenal at what he does, and like he's a big part of the music scene. And like without him, like I don't know if we would even have like some of the venues we have. Like I don't want to like side stage. Like I know Corey Thomas does side stage, but like you know Riley brought all that attention to Osborne, because Osborne, like to me, was like kind of the time. Yeah, like it was a few years ago. Like it was pretty like it was kind of sad to go down. Like I remember Osborne being like bumping, but now it's back at where it should be, which is awesome. And Ronnie is without Ronnie, man. Like I don't think I would know anyone in the music scene. Like I give Ronnie so much credit. He introduced me to anyone I should know in the music scene, and you know he's the most humble guy ever, the nicest guy. So he actually came to the open mic, and he just his aura. He goes there, it's just like, oh, Ronnie, like, he's the man. Like I love Ronnie. I think I'm speaking for me and Ryan both. Like, yeah, he's our boy. We love Ronnie, and I can't praise that guy enough. I respect him so much.
Yeah, for sure. And you're right. He's so humble about things. A few weeks ago, I was at the Tap House, and I had him on the show. I've talked to him a bunch. Never met him. Met him in person that night. And we were watching Ash and the Arsonists, and he was just in awe. He was in awe by Joe Carson playing, and I'm sitting there looking at him and thinking, Ronnie, like you're like godlike on guitar, and here he is just like in awe by Joe Carson. And I thought, what is going through his head right now? What is he seeing that is so magical, right? And Joe's a hell of a guitarist. They both are, but I just wanted to know what was going through his head. What was he seeing that a normal person wouldn't see, right?
I think Ronnie just appreciates like good musicianship. He doesn't like compare himself to others. He just just enjoys good music. He sees someone ripping on guitar, he's like, hell yeah, keep going, man. Like, super humble. He's probably like the nicest humble guy that I know. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like you know that meme going around when it's just that guy smiling. It's like me when I see my buddies are doing good in life. That's Ronnie. He's just happy to see everyone doing well and doing good.
Yeah,
doing good. Yeah,
for sure, right?
Doing good.
So Grammys are on tonight. Are you guys watching the Grammys?
I didn't even know they were on that.
Just messing with you. No one watches the Grammys anymore.
Yeah, on tonight.
Yeah, I saw a post about it. I was actually going to look at
You're messing with me completely. Yeah. No, I had no idea, man. Yeah. No, actually, I did know because I saw Gojira won Metal Performance of the Year.
Well, that's good.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I saw that on social medias. Yeah.
I mean, we'll give it that.
Performance, yeah. For their song that they did at the Olympics, obviously. But hey, man, I know it was a lot of negative reviews from the public, but they brought metal to the mainstream, and that's what we need right now. Yeah.
Isn't that it? And just with you saying that right now, that they won Metal Performance, but that just goes into that pot of that would have been one of those. There's like 100 Grammys they give out, right? And they only televise like 15 of them, right? But there was a time where those were the televised ones, and now it's like they're giving that stuff out to, it's not televised anymore. They're focused on their other areas, and unfortunately, that seems to be the way of it, right? Is it's not that mainstream anymore. However, you talk about not comparing our city to the Grammys, but you look at our city and we have a very alive hard rock metal scene, and then we got the Loud Awards that come up, and I believe it's actually in September this year, but that just showcases some metal bands too, right? And for me, talking with so many bands in the last 6-7 months of working with this podcast or the other one, I thought I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to go to Loud Awards. I'm going to know so many people, and I would go there last year, and it's a whole other group of people I've never met. And it just shows how big the Winnipeg scene is. You think you know it all, and then you walk into a room and there's 200 people you don't know and you've never heard of before, and they're winning these awards, and then they're on the map, and you start watching for those bands. But yeah, I guess just maybe the metal scene is alive in Winnipeg right now.
Yeah, and they're all. It's funny because I know metal gets a bad rap. They're all like the most supportive, nicest people.
Yeah.
There's those few goons out there, but but yeah, for the most part, I'm gonna say like 95% of them are just all so nice and supportive, and they don't judge, which is it's just fun because you think like going up on stage like, oh man, like people are gonna be like, oh, he doesn't play solos and stuff, but man, everyone's so supportive, which is awesome.
Yeah, for sure, right? And you're 100% right. That's kind of how things go. In Winnipeg. It's so supportive everywhere you go, and yeah, I hope you don't lose that and keep the venues going. Do you guys have a dream venue you want to play?
NTS.
NTS.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like Park Theater for sure. Like I've played the Park Theater before, but a while ago. But every time I play there, I'm just like, it's such a awesome venue. I haven't played at the newly refurbished,
No, I haven't played the Park 2.0.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, it's the Garrett, but I know it doesn't exist no more.
Yeah,
I played the Garrett. I miss it so much. We need that venue back.
We really do.
I know it's a huge topic. Like, we need that venue back.
Yeah.
Or at least something identical.
Yeah,
I'll
for
say,
sure, right?
The park is probably like my favorite venue to play as well. And like the 2.0, it does, the room just feels huge. It's really cool being on stage there.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, my band played last night there, and that was my first time playing there. And you're just like awestruck when you walk on the stage, and even before anything's even set up, just looking out, it's like I've seen so many good bands here, and to be able to play this venue, and yeah, the sound is good. But yeah, the 2.0 is so cool with that wall blowing out now, and it's just like an open room. Yeah, everything's so good about that place.
You know what? I don't think there's that I've played a shitty venue. Like all venues bring something different, but I don't think there's any shitty venue that I played.
But like the cavern was pretty rough, but there was something about that room when you had like a good small crowd in there. The energy was always good in that room.
I brought my mom to the cavern, and she was like, "This place is so boring," but she loved it. It was awesome. Yeah, cavern's great. Yeah.
No, but like going back to like I would love to see more dingy basements and church basements, and I know that's starting to happen. There's bowling alleys and there's church basements having like grimy old all ages hardcore shows.
Salisbury House.
Salisbury House.
Yeah, that's my dream venue.
Yeah. Clear out of Sal's. That'd be sick. That'd be so good. Yeah.
What about a Denny's? You want to play in a Denny's?
Oh, any day. Denny's. Let's
go.
go.
I've been to Denny's, yeah, but I'll tear it up.
Yeah. No, and I miss those days, and talking about camaraderie and stuff. Like I remember playing The Grave, which I'm pretty sure was illegal, but The Grave on 3-3, where we used to play jam with Deftones in the basement there.
Oh,
yeah,
across from the Garrick.
Yeah.
Oh,
that place was at that trap, but I had so many good times there. Like
Like I remember my first band ever, fresh out of high school, even including high school. It was a hardcore band. We played this venue called the Hemp Rock Cafe.
Yeah.
It's on Notre Dame. It's a comic store now, I believe, but it was in this basement, and the basement was no bigger than this room we're in right now.
Yeah.
One set of stairs you'd always hang from the rafters. I remember we played before they were even big. We played for Protest the Hero there, and it was like a fire hazard. Like if there's a fire down there, everyone's dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
3 Inches of Blood. We also played with it. We played with, before Deadly Sinners. We played with 3 Inches of Blood, and I remember that.
But I miss that. I miss that, and I wish it would. I wish it would come back because, like, I remember as a kid, like, into heavy music, and I'm like, I could go again, listen to 10, or like 5 bands in a night for $5, and all ages. Like, it needs to come back.
The Collective was another good one.
Collective,
yeah. Oh, that was wicked.
And you know, like, it was just so cool to be like a young person and like find a community. And like, I'm a big supporter of community. Like, I think we need community more than anything, and you can surround that around music, whether it's hard rock, hardcore, metal, whatever, or whatever is popular now. Like, surround it around that. Like, get the kids going and get the kids out and like doing shows like we used to. I'd love to see that.
No,
Yeah, for sure, right? I have a thought of, like, I don't know if you guys have seen it's behind me right now. My Summerfest I'm doing, it's at the Tap House, July. So I got 9 bands going to it. It's going to be just a fantastic day of music. But I remember years ago, I'm going to date myself here a bit, but I remember years ago in Canada Day, you'd walk down Osborne and they'd have a stage set up, have music going all day. I have this dream of shutting down Osborne again and doing an outside festival. Obviously it won't be this year. I'm trying to get traction on the one I'm doing right now. And if it's successful, that is something I would love to look into, is shutting down Osborne, doing an outside thing. You guys mentioned festivals earlier, and I would love to do that again. I think the last time there was some awesome bands playing, and then where Into the Music is, right across from the Tap House, there was a band playing there, and it was like an all-female punk band, and they were so friggin' good, and I can't remember their name, but they had a song called Dick Pic, and fuck, they were so good. And I forget what they are now, but I have this dream of doing an outside festival down Osborne and shutting off at least the block from like River to Stradbrook.
Yeah. Like a block
I think it'd
party.
be such a good thing. Yeah, exactly. Put some kind of block party.
Hey man, why not? It does it with High Neighbor Festival. Do something in Osborne. Why not?
Yeah, exactly, right? Oh, someone's asking if you guys have any performances posted on YouTube.
I could post some more.
We can, yeah. We have recordings. I don't know if we've been lazy or just.
I'll put a couple on YouTube tonight.
Yeah. It's soon,
Awesome.
Yeah. Just keep following us, and we'll keep you posted.
For sure. As usual, how I like to kind of end the shows is just give you guys the floor. Anything you guys want to talk about? Anything you want to tell your fans out there? You got. I mean, maybe it doesn't sound like a lot, but you got 18 viewers currently on here right now.
Well, I don't know. Just like we appreciate the support, and if you haven't seen us, come see us. Like, I don't like to gloat, but I think we're pretty good. I think we put on a good show, and we have a good sound.
Yeah, I'm excited for other people to hear more of Goon. Hopefully, they like it as much as we do.
I'm just grateful for the opportunity to do this. These guys are great. They make great music, and I'm really honored to be the guy that's doing this with them. So,
yeah, and I'm just I'm glad to see, you know, like Pig City Soundoff and like this community coming up again. Like, that's what I like to see, and I push that 100% all the time. Get people out of their houses, get people out of their bubble, and go watch bands, go meet people, like go to venues. Like, that's so important. And I think for especially like young folks, like we're all old fogies now, but you know, I really appreciated when I was 15, right? You know, those older people kind of like offering a safe place for people and like, you know, young people to go to, right? And yeah, you know, it was always the ethos: pick someone up when they fall in the pit, We got to do that now, all over. If you see somebody call, pick them up, right?
Let's get those kids off YouTube and get them out to live shows. Cause there's too many YouTube artists out there. Not that it's a bad thing, but
man.
Yeah. And I've been seeing more people. Like I've been seeing a few like kids and like through through their posts, through like their parents' posts, being like, there's kids like that are like in their teams and they're in bands and stuff. I'm like, that is freaking sweet.
And like we played those Deftones tributes, and like the young
the
crowd,
kids,
I was like, what?
Yeah, it's like you weren't even born when this album came out.
Yeah, just community.
Yeah.
Let's get this community going. Like whether you're rock, hip hop, pop, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Just like with like everybody, even you, Joel, like you're doing a lot, even just doing this podcast, which is awesome. We need lots of stuff like that. We need people just to support the local scene and just let people know, like, there's this band here, you should go see them live. Like, yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
awesome. Well, it's been great chatting with you guys. Once again, anyone tuning in new here, it's GOON. They got a show, Bulldog, April 18th. Correct?
Let me check that.
Simple Jack.
Whatever Good Friday is, it's on Good Friday.
There you go.
Yeah, Good Friday.
Simple Jack. Sans regrets. Last place. Go to Brandon. I got a text. I do have confirmation of that.
I made sure I was saying something before I said it. So.
All good. Yeah, my buddy asked what kind of music you're playing, so I said go listen to Chemical. May 3rd, side stage, pure entry and 7th string. That's going to be a banger of a show right there, guys. My God.
Yeah, I think we're all really excited for that one. Yeah, it's like our style. It's heavy music, but it's not like I love metal underground. Like I listen to freaking everything from Suicide Silence to like Post Malone to like Blink-182. Like I like everything, but like I like that these hard rock, like the hard rock 2000s era is coming back and it's making a resurgence, and that's my jam. That's what I live in.
Absolutely.
Sabrina Carpenter goes pretty hard. I'm really into that right now.
yeah, she's beautiful.
There's a Sabrina Carpenter tribute coming to the Park Theater, I believe.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, it's like Sabrina Carpenter and Lana Del Rey and the other girl.
Chapel Road?
Yeah.
One? I'm into that. May not look like it, but I'm right there.
That's exactly who it was.
I've Pink Pony Club the whole way, for sure.
Yeah, I think if my wife is watching this, I get in her car sometimes and she's got that song already like on her phone. She turns it off. She's like, "Oh, you don't want to listen to this." Like, oh, maybe I don't. Maybe I do. Don't know yet. Awesome.
I don't like rating on stuff, but I'm really sick of that APT song right now. every YouTube video my kid watches that song's on, I'm just like, oh my god! Like, it was all right at first, but now it's just like. It's like Wonderwall, man. Just like, okay, I get it.
Right on, guys. All right, well, good chat with you. This is obviously going live to YouTube and Facebook. Feel free to share it. Yeah, looking forward to seeing more of you guys. Looking forward to seeing some merch. I'll definitely talk to you when you have merch, but I'm going to message you guys off the air, too, about some opportunities coming up as well. So see if you guys are interested in it. All right?
Yep. Thanks, Joel.
Yeah, have a good one, guys.
Appreciate it. Thank you for this.
You bet. We'll talk to you later.